kids? Welcome to our Awana highlight for this week. I'm really excited to have you, and I have a few things to show you today. I am going to take a quick little pause from our Sparks Wingrunner Book 2. If you are in the Sparks Wingrunner and you've been following along with us, you should be on Red Jewel about section 2. And this verse for this week is Deuteronomy 6:5. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. I think I got that right. Heart, soul, and just might. I added an extra one in there. Anyways, so that is the Sparky book. But it ran into something interesting this week, and actually Charlie Weiser just finished her section from the TNT Grace in Action book for Ephesians chapter 2, verses 4 and 5. And the verse says, "But God, being rich in mercy, because of the great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved." And there are two interesting things that stand out to me from this verse. The first is that the sentence starts with "but God." And one thing that we can learn is that whenever we're memorizing Bible verses that start with words like however, therefore, or but God, something along those lines, those verses mean something happened important earlier on in the chapter. And in this case, when it says but God, it's reminding us that earlier on in the chapter, there's a list of sins, of wrong things that people do that are disobedient and disobey God and are breaking the law. But God, being rich in mercy, even though we have gone against his law, because of the great love with which he loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses. This is who he is despite what we have done. And another thing that stands out to me in this verse, so with that thought, I just want to say that if you're ever learning a Bible verse and you see it start with therefore, however, but God, maybe read a couple of verses prior to that so you know what new concept is being introduced and why it's so important in that chapter. And then here's another important, helpful thing is the word trespasses. That's such a big word. And in a lot of times when we're working with kids who are new to their faith, or they're just very young in their understanding, their vocabularies are smaller, we need to recognize that there are different versions of the Bible, like New International Version, or English Standard Version, the ESV, or NASB, New American Standard Bible. There are different versions of the Bible, and these versions of the Bible are designed to either give you concepts, so the sentence flows smoothly, or to be really specific and tell you exactly which words are found in the Greek and Hebrew. So what we can do with our kids is if we come across a big word like trespasses, the Awana curriculum, if we look in a couple pages back, it'll give you a mini definition for that word. And in this case, the definition for trespasses is just sins. And so one helpful thing, moms and dads, you can do with your kids is if you see a big word, you can look for the definition in the book, and then you can help your kids learn those verses within their own vocabulary so that they're able to memorize God's word, not just as words, but as principles that they actually know and understand. And in this case, Amy Weiser was telling me that Charlie learned the verse and she used the definition for trespasses, sins, when she recited it. And so that's pretty exciting. And I think Amy Weiser has a few more things for us for Awana Highlight. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Hey GC kids, it's Amy Weiser here, and I just wanted to show you guys some of the downloadables and the resources that not only are we giving you at Awana, but that I can email you if you are not currently coming to Awana. So we have our trackers and we have our calendar, and I'm going to show you, come on over, what we're going to do with those. So your first resource is this calendar, which is great because it gives you all the dates that we're physically meeting here at Awana and some of our fun nights. So all I did on Charlie's paper was I wrote down those same dates with the sections she should be on. Now, not gonna lie, Charlie's a little behind. She's actually doing 6.1 tonight, and she should be doing 2.1. So she's just one off. So she can either double up or she can just do that later and next week. So this is 2.1, and this is the section that should be said tonight in Grace in Action for TNT. Cubbies is the same way, and we have all these resources for you. If you aren't physically coming to Awana for one reason or another, email me and I will get them to you. So for Cubbies, we should be in Bear Hug 7 on this night, which was October the 20th, this last week. And so Bear Hug 7's right there. What's super fun about our cubby books, if you haven't seen this, is depending on the age of your cubby, there's a short and there's a long version. So if you have a brand new cubby, they can just say the bold one and then check off that they know the short. If they know the whole verse, then you can check off the long. These are just a few resources. Hopefully they help you guys out.